Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Three and a Third collaboration hosted by Wonder and Dreamer 555 here on YouTube. Everyone that's participating will be in the description box. Please click on and see what they have created. Three and a Third is for us that are trying to be a little bit proactive during the holiday season and you get your Christmas cards or your holiday cards prepared and ready to be mailed out. I have been doing a Christmas themed collaboration for the last 3 years now, and I have never been on time. But this year, y'all, I'm gonna back my cards in October and have them just ready to go the day after Thanksgiving. So I can get that over with. I think the backing of the cards is my issue because making a card is pretty simple, right? Sometimes, unlike today. So I thought, first of all, I wanted to use this stamp set so badly. I believe I got this in a D stash. That glare. And so I was like, ooh, I really want to use this because right here, this image, if you can see it without the glare, it has this tree stamped twice, this little light, and then this deer, which is right here, and the sitting bench, which is really cool, really pretty. I like that. They're small stamps, no problems. These come in a magazine, and it's from Tatterley, so, but it says 2018. So I went to try and find this particular stamp to get some inspiration. I could find none because these stamps are it says stamps shown at actual size, but these stamps are very small and this would be very little detail work and my patience, not that good. So I was like, let me just pull out something different. So I pulled this out. Now, if you all remember, I made these, I want to say 2 years ago. Maybe, yeah, I think it was 2 years ago, and I liked this a lot. This one I think was used up some. I didn't have all the pieces, but essentially you get a kit and you can make five little hanging ornaments. I usually covered it up, the whole up, and I just mail it out. So you're supposed to get this, and I showed this before. The steps are this, and this, and you're done. Doesn't have any good steps, but we're going to go over it together. I have done most of the stuff except for piece this together. So we got that. Also, one of the pieces was missing. You see this little yellow present box? It's gone. It wasn't in there. I know I didn't drop that on the floor. And if I did, I'll find it later. But I looked. Um, I dropped a few things on the floor. That's why I said um, I'll have to look harder. But I don't think I did. It just wasn't in there. So what we have are these pieces. I hope everyone is doing well. Also, the yellow piece is missing because I can't put the doorknob. So what I've done, I thought I was very creative with this. I've taken the wheel piece and right in between the circle, I just cut it like that. Now we have a proper handle. And if you want, you can cut this down just a little bit. I kind of left the other ones alone. And then I just did that. See? I figured that this little foam cards, they're cute. Don't get me wrong, I like them. But these would definitely be more for um, the little roommate giving them to classmates. Like, say, if he found a classmate that he really, really adores and has made friends with them in the second grade, he's like, Mom, I really want to give Bob a card. Then, I could say, well, here, dig in the little kid box of cards for the teachers. I had made some cards for the teachers last year and gave them to them. Now, I don't write handmade on my cards, but uh, never mind. Yeah, so what I've done is I've taken this, because see, this is lending itself to us, right? Taking this ribbon piece and I've put it on there, just like that. And so the good thing is you could do that if you don't have it. All right, and now we just take this piece, which is the piece that should be going right here. We take the red and place it on there. I used one trying to make my own little cutout. I'll show y'all that too. It was a mess. A mess. So I was gonna make all 5 cards, but guess what? It's only 4 trucks. It was only 4 trucks. Some pieces was missing. I was just like, let's just do the 3. But anyway, I had cut this out, right? It's a mess. And then I was gonna put this on here like that, and I did put it on there. But when I went to take it off, I was like, oh, maybe I can just trick the system and do this. I went to pull it off and it tore. So this is just rubbish right now, and I haven't thrown it away. So now we pull this off. You know, you always can make do or figure out how you can work around your issue if you have some other craft supplies laying around. And here we go. And we just need to scoot it over some so it looks like an actual package and not the tree piece. And now we just put our dots on here. And I didn't put a lot. When I did it the first time, when I had bought 4 or 5 of these kits. Maybe not 4 or 5, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5. I don't know. I was like, it's such a good deal. It's only $1. You can do this. And I was thinking because it was for the 10 on 10s at the time. And so I was able to do 10 cards. So I think I probably bought 3, maybe 4, because in one of those kits, some stuff was missing as well. And I think it's not that the items come like that. I think that I mean, it's $1, so it's a cheap package issue, and sometimes things fall out. And, the employees just stuffing the crap back in there, and you may not fit. I'm looking on the back to see the size of the ornaments. I'm looking, if you can see right here. You see, this one is larger than that one, so I want the bigger ones because we're not putting a whole bunch on there. We're putting 4, and then the silver. Right? And I just been putting it over that little circle. Now we're gonna take and put some tape on the back of it. I'm not sure if you've ever used foam in your projects, but I've noticed that it seems like if I put certain glue on it, it tends to melt. It looks like it's melting the foam, in my opinion. Even when I use hot glue, of course, the hot glue is heating, and it's like not sizzling, but it's smushing. Is smushing a good word for it? I don't know. So we got that, and I try to put it over the hole as well, even though it's not need. I don't think it's needed. I just want to do that. Went to Hobby Lobby yesterday. I should not have went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, but I did. My friend had asked me to look for something for her, so I went there to do that because I was on that side of town to go look for the thing for her, and I wanted to go to a few stores, the grocery store in particular. It's a grocery store right next or down the strip from the place, and so I went. So I cut a blue sheet of paper out, and then you all know we've been trying to use this. This is a Christmas. This is a wrapping paper, Christmas, and it has words on it. Now, if you don't know, I haven't did it recently, but I make junk journals, and so I thought this would be really good for junk journaling. But it's all Christmas songs, which is great because whenever I'm like, oh, I need something to be distracting, but not too much, because you're not looking at these songs. You're not saying, oh, that's a treble clef. You're like, oh, it's some rap. It's something going on with the paper and it's not distracted. I wanted to put it on this blue piece because, I like blue. No, I thought it would look good. I had pulled out, I'll show you all the emotions I went through. I pulled this out and I thought this was too busy and it didn't look good. But this and this layered together looks great. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I went to Hobby Lobby and I want to say Hobby Lobby, all the craft stores are changing, right? Hobby Lobby used to have two, three rows of craft paper stuff. Now one side is one thing and the other side is another thing. And it's more party based. I'm not sure if we're in a renaissance era of parties. Maybe we are to get back together and be more family oriented. So I was thinking, I was like, yeah, in a couple of years, maybe we'll get back to scrapbooking and keeping memories. Now, I'm not a memory collector like that. Like, I don't have a scrapbook. I have photo albums that I had in the past, but I don't have any more now. It just does not excite me. And scrapbooking, although I would enjoy collecting the paper and all the little supplies, I don't want to add another thing to my already do list. I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit. The wrapping papers are not perfect. They're approximate, and maybe I just didn't pay attention to this one, and that's okay. I normally don't like to freehand cut. I like to cut it on the trimmer. But maybe that was one of the pieces, the first pieces. I was like, what size am I gonna make it? So yeah, whenever I go to Hobby Lobby, I look at the sections that I enjoy, and then they have spring things on sale, half off, and so I got a few things that I was like, oh, this is a good deal. And even though it was $3, half off $1.50, it's still, in my opinion, a good deal because if you're buying some of the similar stuff at the Dollar Tree for $1.25, and you have to believe that the things at the dollar at Hobby Lobby are a little bit better quality, and that is what I told myself when I spent $1.25 extra for it, right? Because I think they normally will put their spring stuff on cheaper, but it's usually like the broken stuff. Like you'll see a garden gnome and his head is missing, or his arm is missing, or his nose is missing, or the beard is missing, and it's still like 50% or 70% off. It's not like, hey, this is the scratch and dent section. Everything is 25 cents. It's not that. So I got it, and I thought that was a really good deal because I spent when they've had it before for like 40% off. I bought things in that section. The clearance, the spring. I didn't buy a garden gnome, but I bought some wood stuff because for my son's school, I was like, this would be really cool to make projects for school. Um, that's what I'm telling myself now. It's like those Christmas cards that I made 50,000 years ago. So I already stamped this out, used the Stampin' Up! Little oval punch, and I'm just creating a faux illusion. And it says seasoned greetings. I did use a stamp, one stamp from the stamp set that I wanted to work on. I have decided that I'm going to go through my stuff for real. I keep telling myself that. And I'm going to get rid of some things. Like, I want this so bad. I think I like the baubles. But do I have another set of baubles that I probably could use? Maybe. I like the deer. I really like this, but I don't know. Maybe I just need to give myself a little bit more patience to work on it. So we're going to go ahead and burnish this down a little bit more. And oh, pull this up. Can you believe we're in June already? I told y'all we're going to blink and it's going to be Christmas, and I'm going to be like, I didn't get a chance to mail the cards out. I'm mailing these cards out. Not these, but cards in general. I'm mailing them out. That is our card. This is our three and a third. I hope that you have enjoyed that. I really like, see, and what I was saying about this background is not too distracting. It looks cool, in my opinion. But we have done our three on a third, and they're all the same, essentially. Little door handle. And we're still into red pickup truck, right? For crafting. Anyway, we'll probably get one of these to our neighbors because they like the pickup truck too. So I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you had a good time. Please click on the description box to see what everyone else has created. Until next time, happy crafting.